What's the word, YouTube? It's your boy, Coach TDOT. They subbed me out, but I'm back in that game, Coach. I'm back with some more heat for y'all, man. So check it out, Chad. We're going to get right into this thing today, man. So we're going to be reacting to what NBA legends think of Larry Bird, the brutal truth. Man, for all my new viewers, I don't fake none of my reactions. All my reactions are live, and we're going to watch this shit together. Man, without further ado, y'all. That's Big Larry. Let's get into it, man. Let's do it, y'all. Make sure y'all spam that like button. Let's do it. Spam that like button up. Let's get it going.
Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome back to my show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school and Mr. say enough of that. So the first player that I want to start with is actually not only an opponent, but also a guy that played for Larry Bird. Of course, I'm talking about Reggie Miller, Killer Miller, who had some incredible battles with Larry Bird. Now let's have a listen what Reggie Miller thinks about Larry Bird.
By the way, Bird turned 60. Isn't that amazing?
That's great.
Bird's gotten old.
Well, Father Time will eventually catch all of us, but it's hard to think. I remember sitting in my dorm at UCLA and watching those great series between Boston and Magic and Bird. And Magic is my mentor. I've said this on this show before, but I patterned my game, who I wanted to be like, who I wanted to play like, after Larry Bird. So I was torn. So I love them both, and to have a chance to play against Larry early on in my career, and then kind of be under his leadership when he took over as head coach, it was a thrill for me because that was, one of the players that, I really idolized and patterned my game after.
Larry Bird at his best, LeBron James at his best.
Oh my God! And do we have
Don't
to put
say nothing
teams
stupid,
too, or
Reggie.
just individual players?
If there's a draft,
Oh my God!
you can take Bird or LeBron. So let's say I take Larry
say nothing
at
crazy.
this age when I think he averaged 30, 10, and 7, something like that, and LeBron right now. So you got Larry Legend
Okay,
or
now
LeBron.
what rules are we playing to?
We're playing today's rules.
Hey, Reggie.
I gotta go with Larry Joe. I gotta go with Larry Joe.
You know what? I'm done, G. I'm done, bro. Like, y'all can have it at this point, man. Y'all old heads can have it at this point. It's no need in me even arguing, G. It's no need in me arguing y'all with y'all no more, bro. Cause y'all just got y'all minds made up, G. If it was up to y'all, no other era will ever exist except for the 80s and the 90s, man. If it was up to y'all niggas would have banished every other era but the 80s and the 90s, G. Is y'all serious, man? Did that nigga just say he'll take Larry? Nigga, Larry who? Nigga, the only Larry I'm taking over LeBron James is Larry Hoover, nigga. Or Larry the Lobster. Nigga, I ain't taking no Larry Bird over LeBron James. What is you talking about, Reggie? Like, G, come on, man. Come on, folks. Let's just get through this video, man. Because y'all already pissing me off, man.
And the following clip is actually of one of my favorite players of all time, Sir Charles Barkley. And it's kind of funny to see how he responds to the question if he thinks if he's better than Larry Bird.
But he said that same thing to Bird, too, after practice.
No. no, Dan.
Are you better than Bird?
Am I better than Bird? Oh man, that's a great.
Charles! See, here we go again, man. You know the answer to this question, man. Now, chat, it's obviously levels to this shit, right? Like I said, nigga, if you don't choose LeBron over, if you don't choose LeBron over Larry, you're smoking crack, G. You need to be arrested and banned from this country today, immediately. All right, cease and desist order sent to your crib right now, man. All right. So if you that we should already have that situated. We already know niggas taking LeBron over Larry, G. Alright? But Chuck, when he asks you this question, man, we really want to just see how humble and down to earth you are, man. Real talk. Real talk, man. Cause after all them ass whoopings Larry handed you when you was on the Sixers, man. Man. I mean, you was competing, you feel me? But you took a lot of L's, Chuck. And quite frankly, man, Larry was just better than you, folks. Let's just keep it a buck, Chuck. Let's keep it a buck, Chuck. Alright? Larry would have cooked you, Charles. So it shouldn't have took you this long to, like, answer the question, folks. You know damn well Larry would have bust your ass, G. Trying to sit there and think about it. Nigga, Larry used to cook your ass every time y'all played.
Question.
Talking about that's a good question.
I'm a better rebounder.
No, you're not.
I'm probably.
No, you're not. Let's see right now. Let's see right now. Let's see if you're a better rebounder, Charles. Larry averaged 10 for a career. Let's see. Okay, you averaged 11.7. Okay, you was a power forward. Okay, let's see how many career rebounds. Matter of fact, you know what? I ain't even gonna go into it that deep. You proved me right with that with the average. I'll give you that one. You a better rebounder.
A better defender. He's a better shooter, obviously. You know, a lot of people talk about who's better.
But you have to think, you have to have that mentality.
No, you know. Like
exactly. Didn't I just say that? Am I tweaking? I just said he know Larry better than him, folks. He just trying to save face right now. And Chuck, I understand. Save yourself from embarrassment at all costs, fellas. You feel me? That's the motto that Charles going by right now. But still, G, we gotta be realistic with ourselves, G.
I think, you know, it's a team game.
And the next player on the list is going to be Bill Walton, so former teammate of Larry Bird, a player that was voted into the top 50 players of all time back in, I think it was 1995 or 1996, or so long ago. Anyway, he has
on and off the court. It defied description. On
Larry Bird. Let's have a listen.
What Larry was able to do on and off the court. It defied description, and it was very much like being on tour with the Grateful Dead, in that you never knew what was going to happen. You knew it was going to be fun. You knew it was going to be great. You knew it was going to be dynamic. You knew it was going to be explosive. But you could never say, that's what's going to happen.
Well, we came to play. We came to win. It was a really good passing team, a very unselfish team.
There just wasn't any doubt in my mind that we were going to win.
Well, Steve, what about your thoughts on tonight's matchup? Another lineup change by the coach. He's installed Jerome Kersey in the starting lineup.
Well, he's put a tiger in the tank. He feels that Jerome Kersey is going to give him some aggressiveness, particularly against Larry Bird.
Jerome Kersey's guarding Larry. And I think his first 8 or 10 points were left-handed. And at that point, McHale was still coming off the bench. And so we score. Larry scores his 6th point on some kind of left-handed shot.
Bird against Kersey.
Oh, this one he bust their ass all left hand, man.
And McHale goes, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
Change for Bird, another 3-point try.
Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one. I think it went right down the wire, and we might have won by 1 point.
Beat you right there. You got to keep them under control. They don't.
Now the following clips are actually from my own show. I had Dennis Rodman, Sean Kemp, Michael Cooper, and Dominic Wilkins on the show, and of course, I asked them all about Larry Bird, their opinion. So let's have a quick listen to those NBA legends.
87, and I tried to do my best to guard Larry Bird. It didn't work too well. He kind of schooled me a little bit. He kind of schooled me the whole game. Every game we played, he said, Dennis, are you guarding me? Take that for you. All right, I take that, Larry. I take that. You know, there's sort of jump shot. I said, Dennis, you like that? I said, you know what, man, the hell with you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But after a couple of years under my belt, I said, okay, great. I belong in this league, brother. I belong in this league, and all of a sudden now Larry Bird started to respect me. Then you can see at the last the years we played in the Silverdome that you saw that brawl. That when I blocked Larry Bird's shot, Bill Lambert came over and I fell backwards, and Bill Lambert came and gave Larry a chop, with a forearm. Then all of a sudden the melee, that's when the rivalry started really to happen right there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I said, oh man, I'm in the league now.
Yes, Coop, I'm fine too. Thanks for asking. Now in this video, I'm talking
that
about
nigga
your.
Just said a whole bunch of just a lot just to say that. For them, you was just talking for a good 5-6 minutes, man. See, that's what's up to old heads. You niggas get a mic in front of you and just get the yapping, G. Like, be quiet sometimes, man. That shit should have just been kept to 2 sentences.
Rivalry with Larry Bird and how intense it was. It was a battle. It was war. Was it something personal for you?
It wasn't just a personal thing. It became physical because I had an opportunity to do something about it. So when I jumped into that rivalry, Larry was the type of player, and I've guarded many great offensive scorers. Just to name a few: Michael Jordan when he was young, Dr. J, George Gervin, a kid named Andrew Toney. Those players, when they just throw the basketball, you can kind of take a rest on those guys. Larry was different than that. Larry could get rid of the basketball, but he was going to go get an offensive rebound. He was going to set a back pick for his teammate. He was going to do something.
So Larry was like Steph.
So you always had to pay attention to him. And he has said that I'm the toughest player he's had to ever guarded him. And I have to say, Larry is the best because of those things I just mentioned. Is that you always had to pay attention to him on the court.
Hey, I guess that's a great point though, and I will give him that over LeBron. He probably did move better without the ball than Bron. You get what I'm saying? He probably was like Steph when it came to that, But niggas like Bron, Mike, Kobe, when they didn't have the ball, man, what I look like running off all these down screens when y'all could just pass me the ball right here, and I could just get it going like that. Fuck, I need a screen for. I don't need no back pick, nothing. Just give me the ball, move out the way. Ain't that what Kobe said he used to do? You feel me? This mean ISO right here. Move, clear out. Larry, he needed them screens. He needed to move without the ball. He ain't had no moves. And he ain't had no strength or nothing. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't really no bully like that. So Larry needed to move without the ball, G. Just like Steph.
One of the best things, Sean, that I saw of Larry Bird that really gave me the ultimate respect is that we were playing them in the 84-85 series, and we just got into Boston, and there was a bus going by. And on the bus, they had this huge, long picture of Larry diving out of bounds. And the ball was just right at his fingertips. And the quote was, "I hate it when players watch the ball go out of bounds." And that there tells you who that guy was, man. This guy played the game, the entire game, to the outer limits, the sideline, the baseline, and that's what I respected the most about him. But he was a tough player to deal with because he was bigger than me too.
Now you played probably in the best era of NBA basketball, and you had some of the most incredible rivalries. Especially you as a player, your rivalries with Jordan is legendary. Your rivalry with Larry Bird is legendary. So definitely want to talk about that. Your first interaction with Larry Bird was a very rude awakening. What do you recall from that first meeting, and what was it like having the final laugh?
Well, you know what, the funny thing is, when you're a rookie coming to the league, you're a hotshot rookie, and you think you're, one of the greatest, and, those veterans have a way to let you know, look, you got to pay your dues, and that was one of the situations.
Did this nigga just say he thought he was one of the greatest when he was a rookie? Man, Dominique. I don't know who was blowing smoke up your ass, man. But whoever was on your camp that was doing that shit, man, they ass need to be fired, Joe. They ass need to be fired. Who the hell was telling you was the greatest ever at this point in your career, man? You ain't did nothing in the NBA. Absolutely nothing for you to be thinking like this, man. Just a terrible, bad mindset, man. Just a bad mindset to have, man. Talk about I was the greatest. Nigga, you wasn't shit.
With me and Larry, I went to shake his hand. He wouldn't shake my hand. And I remember saying to myself, well, maybe he's just getting into the game. And I remember the first play of the game, he said, you don't even belong in this league, Holmes. And he shoots a three. I'm like, I wasn't mad he made the three. I said, did he just call me Holmes? You know, but I remember after the first time, you know, I made a great play against him. I remember him saying, he said, you know, you got some toughness, man. I like you. But he said, I'm still getting 40 tonight. He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point.
Now, back in the days, there were many black players who for example, Cedric Maxwell, for example, who openly admit that they thought Larry Bird was overrated until they actually got to play against him. When was your moment where you thought, okay, this kid is for real?
The first day I played against him. First day I played. I mean, I knew he was a super player before I came into the NBA, but when I had a chance to play against Larry Bird, and there's only, I can count on one hand the type of guys like him that you had to be totally focused in on. If you didn't, he would embarrass you.
Now the following clip is going to be of Jalen Rose. Of course, Jalen never got the chance to play against Larry Bird since Larry retired in 1992, and Jalen came into the NBA in 1994, but of course, he played for Coach Bird. So let's have a look and listen to what Jalen Rose has to say.
Bird 6.
Okay.
Bird, for those that don't know, won 3 straight MVPs in the league with the Showtime Lakers and Michael Jordan and the Bad Boys present. 3 straight MVPs. MVP.
So you would say that was the baddest white boy ever?
No question.
Right.
Yes.
Is that even
no
a question?
doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
Come on, Joe.
Alright, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my Basketball Time Machine podcast on iTunes and on Spotify.
All right, man, that's the end of the
podcast.
video, man. Alright. You know, most of them ain't had nothing but respect for Larry. You know, it's hard to not have the ultimate respect for somebody that was constantly destroying you, G. Just constantly dominating you, for as a man, at some point you gotta submit, G. Larry was the alpha dog, folks. Larry was the alpha dog, came through smacking shit. You feel me? So y'all ain't had no other choice but to submit to Larry. Now y'all have some wonderful stories to go back and tell your grandkids. And they kids could go on and tell the legendary Larry legend stories forever of eternity. You feel me? So, you know, that's the end of the video though, chat. Alright. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's your boy Coach TDOT, man. I'm up out of here. I love y'all.